बेसिकली जो ये पूरा जर्नी है जिसमें आप देखते हैं पहले प्रीलिम्स भी है, मेंस है, फिर पर्सनालिटी टेस्ट है और डायनेमिक नेचर है एग्जाम का। प्रीलिम्स की अपनी डिमांड है, मेंस की अपनी। हर स्ट्रैटेजी की जो मतलब हर स्टेज की जो स्ट्रैटेजी है उसको आपने कैसे डिजाइन किया?
When it comes to the interview part, so it's a reflection of our personality. Of course, we need to polish ourselves. We need to work on the communication skill part.
एक बड़ा कॉमन सा मिथ है, खासतौर से जो ह्यूमैनिटीज वाले बच्चे हैं पीसैट को लेकर। पीसैट क्वालिफाइंग है बट स्टिल वो चैलेंजिंग भी है।
Then, for the humanities background, we need to accept this that if you have not practiced the questions, like of course, it is going to become difficult for you.
स्टडी IQPCS, आपका सिलेक्शन हमारा मिशन।
अभिषेक, आपको बहुत ढेर सारी शुभकामनाएं यूपीपीसीएस रिजल्ट में इतनी बड़ी सफलता देने के लिए। तो अभिषेक, आप अपनी इस सफलता का श्रेय सबसे पहले किसको देंगे?
Ma'am, thank you so much for calling me for this podcast, for this event. Ma'am, जहाँ तक like सफलता का श्रेय है, like obviously it goes to my parents, family, my friends, and there have been a lot of support from other ends as well. So I think it is a culmination or like coming together of a lot of support which has resulted in this success in UPPCS.
तो आपकी जो रैंक है वो 61 है। आपने शुरुआत कैसे की और कैसे करते करते आप यहाँ रैंक 61 तक पहुंचे? आपकी पूरी जर्नी को अगर आप बताएं तो।
मैम, PCS में ऐसा था कि 2024 में फर्स्ट टाइम आई सीरियसली अटेम्प्टेड दिस एग्जाम. तो द एग्जाम ऑलरेडी गॉट पोस्टपोन्ड सिंस फ्रॉम मार्च टू दिसंबर. सो इट गेव मी अ गुड टाइम. एंड उसके पहले 2024 का जो यूपीएससी का प्री था, दैट आई मिस्ड बाय 1.3 मार्क्स जो प्रीलिम्स था. So I had this thought in my mind that this time I have to give this exam seriously and I have to clear it. So I started preparation and I was working in a startup also. So from there I left the job in November. और उसके बाद फिर नवंबर से लेकर दिसंबर का फेज मैंने प्री की तैयारी की. आफ्टर द एग्जाम ओनली आई हैड दैट कॉन्फिडेंस कि निकल जाएगा मेरा पेपर. तो फ्रॉम देयर ऑनवर्ड्स आई स्टार्टेड प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर द part of this mains which I had not touched. For example, GS 5 and 6 paper, UP special. So that I completed in 2.5 months. उसके बाद फिर आंसर राइटिंग था. Like I kept on writing PYQs, doing all the basic things. I focused on the process part. And then the exam date came in Prayagraj only. My center was here only. I came with my father, and gave the exam. And the day I went back home, I was sure that this time I'm going to clear the mains. So like it was all about the hard work part which I focused on.
बेसिकली एक ये टीडियस प्रोसेस है, आपने भी बताया कि एक हार्ड वर्किंग प्रोसेस है और कई दफा ऐसा होता है कि पढ़ने से ज्यादा हमें लगता है कि हम क्यों ही इसमें आ गए, छोड़ देना चाहिए। आपकी लाइफ में क्या मोमेंट्स ऐसे आए जब आपको लगा कि लेट्स गिव अप और कुछ और करते हैं, और आपने उसको कैसे डील किया?
मैम, बहुत बार ये बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है किसी भी एस्पिरेंट के लिए कि हम लोगों को जब एक इमोशनल कहीं ना कहीं एक इमोशनल बैगेज जैसा भी हो जाता है ये एग्जाम. वो इसलिए होता है क्योंकि हम लोग इन्वेस्ट बहुत कुछ कर देते हैं. इन्वेस्ट इन द फॉर्म ऑफ टाइम, आवर यूथ. 20s में ही प्रिपरेशन होती है इस एग्जाम की, एंड दैट इज द मोस्ट प्रोडक्टिव टाइम ऑफ आवर लाइफ. तो अपॉर्चुनिटी कॉस्ट बहुत है उसकी. 3 years 4 years इन लाइक इन्वेस्टिंग इन दिस साइकिल. ऑब्वियसली मेरे दिमाग में बहुत बार ये थॉट्स आए जब 23 का लाइक आई वॉज ऑलरेडी वर्किंग इन LNT डिफेंस एंड एरोस्पेस 2019, 20, 21. उसके बाद फिर मैंने वहाँ से जॉब छोड़ा था. इट वॉज अ गुड पेइंग जॉब, ठीक था, अच्छा था वहाँ पे. एंड देन आई केम फॉर दिस प्रिपरेशन. 23 का मैंने यूपीएससी का प्री लिखा. आई क्लियर्ड द प्री. मेंस में भी अच्छे मार्क्स थे बट समहाउ आई फेल शॉर्ट बाय फ्यू मार्क्स. उसी टाइम से मेरे दिमाग में डाउट उठने लगा था कि लाइक वेदर आई एम डूइंग द राइट थिंग और नॉट, शुड आई कंटिन्यू विद दिस प्रिपरेशन और नॉट. सो आई आस्क्ड पीपल हु वर ऑलरेडी इन दिस साइकिल. सो मतलब somehow I came to know that this exam is like as much as it is about the hard work, जितना हम किताबें पढ़ते हैं, it is equally important that we should be emotionally intelligent. हमको अपने इमोशंस पे, अपने मेंटल हेल्थ पे उतना ही ध्यान देना चाहिए. तो I focused on that part as well. मैंने कभी sometimes I went for cycling, कभी मैं बर्ड वॉचिंग के लिए चला गया. So those things, गाने सुन लिए मैंने. So those things used to help me.
बेसिकली जो ये पूरा जर्नी है जिसमें आप देखते हैं पहले प्रीलिम्स भी है, मेंस है, फिर पर्सनालिटी टेस्ट है और डायनेमिक नेचर है एग्जाम का। प्रीलिम्स की अपनी डिमांड है, मेंस की अपनी। हर स्ट्रैटेजी की जो मतलब हर स्टेज की जो स्ट्रैटेजी है उसको आपने कैसे डिजाइन किया? बेसिकली इफ यू टॉक अबाउट प्रीलिम्स, क्योंकि अभी प्रीलिम्स को लेके बच्चों का ये कंसर्न होता है कि कैसे कितने क्वेश्चन करें, कितने छोड़ें, क्या करें, इट्स वेरी डायनेमिक. प्रीलिम्स आर बिकमिंग मोर एंड मोर टफर दीज डेज. उसको आपने कैसे सॉर्ट आउट किया? एंड देन विल मूव टू द मेंस आल्सो.
Of course, this exam is dynamic in nature. There is no like second thought about this, and the demand of each stage is somewhat different. Prelims is the most trickiest and most murky ground. Like we don't know whether we are going to clear it or not. No one can give that guarantee for prelims. But mains has some sort of predictability. Like if we go through the PYQs, if we are thorough with the syllabus, and we have done enough answer writing, so there are higher chances that we can do good in mains. When it comes to the interview part, so it's a reflection of our personality. Of course, we need to polish ourselves. We need to work on the communication skill part. So it's a complete package. An individual has to work on himself and keep on consistently working for all the fronts, prelims, mains, and the interview part. So for me, like जैसे as you asked कि prelims का किस तरीके से क्या approach था. So of course, like any topper or anyone who has gone through this process and got selected, or even though if he or she is an aspirant also, they would suggest the same thing, that go through the PYQs. So PYQs are that gold mine which can help you to like discover or find the right path. So go through the PYQs, try to find out the patterns, important themes from where they are asking the question. Do it multiple times. Do it repeatedly again and again and again till the time you get comfortable with it. Till the time the questions stick to your mind. Then the next thing is like you find out some right kind of guidance. Whatever that an individual decides. Maybe sometimes at our end as an individual, we are not that much experienced. The journey is new to us. Then we need that guidance to find out some. For example, I had a mentor. So even the students or the aspirants can find out some mentor, can take support, some external support as well. So that's one thing. And then the rest of the thing is like, then it's the day when you go and sit for the exam, it's like if it's your day, then you are going to clear it, you will make it.
एक बड़ा कॉमन सा मिथ है, खास तौर से जो ह्यूमैनिटीज वाले बच्चे हैं, सीसैट को लेके. सीसैट क्वालिफाइंग है बट स्टिल वो चैलेंजिंग भी है. सीसैट को कैसे मैनेज किया जाए? सिंस यू एज यू हैव टोल्ड मी कि आपने बीटेक किया हुआ है, तो क्या आपके लिए भी सीसैट उतना ही चैलेंजिंग था? और जो नॉन ह्यूमैनिटीज मतलब ह्यूमैनिटीज वाले बच्चे हैं, वो सीसैट वाली जो चीजें हैं उनको कैसे ओवरकम करें?
Honestly, I would say that for me CSAT was not that difficult. 2023 UPSC CSAT was very difficult and I cleared it. I comfortably cleared it. 2024 CSAT I had a score of 130 marks. So I would like coming from a BTech background and clearing JEE. So of course those things help us. Like we keep on practicing those questions even in college also when there is a placement. So we had to go through that logical reasoning, quant and comprehension part. So that somewhat becomes a part of our life as an engineer. But then for the humanities background, we need to accept this, that if you have not practiced the questions, of course it is going to become difficult for you. But at the same time, that they should understand that it's a qualifying. So if they go through the questions and they make a proper strategy. For example, they only need 27 correct questions to clear CSAT, and there are 25 plus questions from the comprehension only. So if you can somehow polish that skill, like going through the comprehension, reading it, going through the options and try to find out which one is the right one. So comprehension part you try to address it. Then the next lowest hanging fruit is your logical reasoning. So go and try your hand on that. So there is a question of blood relation or people sitting around a table. So those questions are easier. And then comes the quant part. So quant part also you need to have a lot of practice. Some basic like tables you should remember, squares you should remember, cubes try to remember. Don't do any silly mistakes like dividing, multiplying. So if they do these basic things, then CSAT becomes like they can sail through the CSAT paper also. It's possible.
यूपीपीसीएस की अगर हम बात करते हैं अभिषेक, तो अभी यहाँ पे पेपर 5 और 6 इंट्रोड्यूस किया गया. पेपर 5 एंड 6 को लेके आपकी स्ट्रैटेजी क्या थी? दिस इज नंबर 1. और उसकी आंसर राइटिंग जो हमारी GS 1, 2, 3, 4 की आंसर राइटिंग, उससे क्या कुछ डिफरेंट है? उसमें क्या अप्रोच होनी चाहिए?
Of course, ma'am. Like GS 5 and 6 UP special is different from the rest of the. It's like the optional of UP PCS. So just like people say that in UPSC you need to have good score in optional ethics and essay, then only you will clear the exam or clear the mains cutoff. Same thing happens here also. In UP special paper, you need to have some sort of specialization there. So my strategy was again like when you just go through the PYQs or see the previous question. So the paper has been officially introduced in 2023, but you can find out the questions from 2019 only, 2019 itself. So I just went through the questions from 2019, 2020 and up to 2023 because the exam was on in 2024. So like those 5 years questions I collected at one place, and I did not look it with the lens of GS 5 or 6. It was for me UP special. So polity of UP and environment of UP, wherever it belongs, 5 or 6, I had to read it. So I just wrote the PYQs, did the right kind of value add, whatever was possible. And again, I tried to keep the things very, very organic. So I had to know and understand my state. So I knew that 3/4 of our state has a alluvial soil, and then Bundelkhand is a industrial. So that same thing connects with the regional disparity as well. So I try to connect everything.
कुछ उन बच्चों की बात करते हैं अभिषेक, जनरली जो प्रीलिम्स तो क्लियर कर रहे हैं लेकिन सम काइंड ऑफ थिंग कि वो मेन से बाहर हो जा रहे हैं, तो उसमें अलग अलग रीजंस बच्चे बताते हैं. जैसे कुछ का कहना होता है कि मैंने आंसर्स कम लिखे, शायद ये रीजन है, या हर पेपर की को लेके डिफरेंट अप्रोच होनी चाहिए थी, वो मिसिंग है, या कई बार ऐसा भी होता है कि हमने एसे में कम स्कोर किया. तो मेंस से जो बच्चे बाहर आ रहे हैं या मेंस को लेके आपकी क्या स्ट्रैटेजी थी, पर पेपर वाइज आपने उसको कैसे सेग्रीगेटेड वे में आंसर राइटिंग प्रैक्टिस की थी?
Ma'am, prelims is like a one-day exam. You go to the exam hall, you attempt a 2 hours of question paper, and you come back, and then you wait for the results. Mains test your grit, your determination. It is like a marathon. So you do it for 4 days continuously. So and there again, it's like diversity of questions is good enough to test your knowledge and your patience. So for me, the strategy in mains was like somewhere I try to interconnect things. So I interconnect things and did a lot of repetition and some fixed strategies. Like certain things I had very much like concretized or had a very kind of plastic nature in my mind कि ये चीज मुझे ऐसे ही करनी है. So for answer writing, like if the aspirants are clearing pre and they are facing difficulty in mains, so answer writing is that like that part where they need to work. So answer writing, I had that kind of strategy कि if it is a 10 marker or if it is in UPSC, PCS, it is an 8 marker question. So 8 marker में introduction इतने lines का लिखना है. And then the body part, if they are asking for like there is a header, sub header should be there. इतने points उसके अंदर लिखने हैं. I had to make my answer diverse, examples डालने हैं. Then I had to conclude on a very positive note or a way forward kind of thing. I had to fill pages. So these were the fundamentals which I had to do in any case. Then the next thing was the value add part. So the requirement of some static subjects are different than the dynamic ones. For example, your economics is more dynamic in nature, GS is more dynamic, GS2 is more dynamic, but GS1 has some fixated kind of approach. Your history is more fixed, art and culture is more fixed. So there you have to just remember that. For example, Nagar style of temple, you need to remember. Dravidian, you need to remember. But maybe there is new development in international relations so that you can use or learn from current affairs. So of course the strategy was different for different papers, and as I told, the statics one I approached different. I continuously focused on the answer writing, PYQs, syllabus. So this was the main part, ma'am.
फाइनली अब हम लोग चलते हैं पर्सनालिटी टेस्ट की तरफ. कि जब से खासतौर से बिगनर्स की बात करें तो जब वो स्टार्ट करते हैं उनके जो फोबिया होता है वो इंटरव्यू को लेके होता है. कई लोगों की फैंटेसी होती है इंटरव्यू को लेके. ओवरऑल कहते हैं कि जो पर्सनालिटी टेस्ट है बेसिकली वो नॉलेज का टेस्ट नहीं है, वो पर्सनालिटी का टेस्ट है. तो अगर कोई बच्चा अभी से प्रिपेयर कर रहा है तो वो अपनी पर्सनालिटी में वो क्या क्या चीजें हैं जिसको इम्बाइब करना शुरू करे, इनकलकेट करे कि जो कहते हैं ना वो ब्यूरोक्रेटिक एटीट्यूड डेवलप हो जाए ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. क्या चीजें आप सजेस्ट करेंगे?
As like I would say कि if you want to be a bureaucrat, then you start carrying yourself as a bureaucrat. So the day you enter in this preparation, your personality must have certain traits which are a reflection of bureaucracy. For example, if we say anonymity, anonymity is one of the traits in bureaucracy. So aspirants are there. So if you can just focus on your studies and like if you can focus on your studies and avoid distractions, and do the basic bare minimum. So that's one thing. The second thing is personality wise, you need to be humble with the interview panel. You need to be very grounded. You need to have the qualities of listening and accepting also. Like if you are not knowing any answer, just say sorry, sir, and like I will read this or I will learn about this later. So I think that was one thing that you have to, because in the interview or at any place, if you are talking to people whom you don't know, so maybe after 5-10 minutes you become the true version of yourself. You just go in some kind of state where you start saying, you start doing things which are a reflection of your true personality. So better to start working on this thing since like maybe 3 or 4 months back. So that would help a lot.
आप स्टडी आईक्यू का जो इंटरव्यू गाइडेंस प्रोग्राम था उसके भी पार्ट रहे, इस आईजीबी प्रोग्राम ने आपकी कितनी हेल्प की अभिषेक?
Ma'am, I had come here and given that interview. So the panel was had a lot of great personalities over there, and the suggestions were really good, and like they also helped boosted my confidence as well, suggested me the right things, and the questions that were asked, they helped me to think about like what are the things that I don't know, or because I had given that interview I think 5 or 6 days before my actual interview. So that gave me that buffer time to work on the shortcomings and the strength part, whatever they told. I thought that it would be also good to project in the actual interview. So that was good, ma'am.
जो स्टडी आईक्यू का जब आप आईजीपी प्रोग्राम में आप थे, तो क्या कोई ऐसा पल आया या कोई ऐसा सजेशन आपको मिला जिसने आपको रियल जो आपका पर्सनालिटी टेस्ट था उसमें भी आपकी उतनी इसने हेल्प की कि वहां से आपने उस आइडिया को लिया कि हाँ आई विल इनकॉर्पोरेट दीज थिंग्स आल्सो?
So, ma'am, in that interview, I was not able to answer two or three questions, or maybe more than that. But like at the end, I was able to answer a few questions. I cannot recall the name of sir, and he said one thing like, "You are good enough, and you will sail through this exam."
Okay.
And he was like saying this with a lot of confidence. Like I could feel that when he was saying it, and I just like I felt that worked for me in the actual interview, because I thought that the panel here and the panel there, the qualification and the experience were mostly similar, same. So I thought that was a good confidence booster for me when he said that you will sail through the exam and you will get the services.
उसने आपका मोराल बहुत बूस्ट
Yes, ma'am.
किया।
That helped me a lot.
ओके, एक कॉमन क्वेश्चन है जो बच्चों का जनरली रहता है कि अटेम्प्ट के उस लूप में चलते रहते हैं और एक अमाउंट ऑफ टाइम ऐसा आता है जब बच्चा सोचता है कि चलो क्विट करते हैं। ऐसे बच्चों को चलते चलते अभिषेक आप क्या राय देंगे? क्या उनको इस बैटल में बने रहना चाहिए या कुछ और अप्रोच लेके चलनी चाहिए?
Ma'am, like each aspirant has his or her own journey. So it's like their own life experiences. Maybe if I come from a BTech background, engineering background, some come from the humanities, and maybe some are from the urban areas, some from the rural, some from the financially well-off families, some maybe not doing so well. So they have to find out that what truly they are, like what is their niche or what is their personality, and how has they dealt with the life. So एक बार अगर उनको ये चीज समझ में आती है, then they should decide whether to give it. In my case, I was already working. I gave the attempt. Again, I shifted to some startup, some other jobs. So one thing that was very clear in my mind, that I don't want to be unemployed for a long time. That was short thing in my head. So I kept on doing the odd jobs, kept on earning the pocket money, so that I should not ask that money from my parents. So वो चीज है एस्पिरेंट्स के लिए. Otherwise, one thing I say that it's like a thick glass UPSC journey, or if you keep on hitting it again and again with the right amount of hard work, I am very, very sure that anyone who does that will definitely crack it and go to the other side.
अभी आपकी जो रैंक है 61 है, अब आप किस फील्ड में जा रहे हैं काम करने और उसको लेके क्या सोचा है आपने?
Ma'am, my rank 61 as an assistant commissioner in GST commercial tax. So this was the position, like post SDM I was eyeing for this one, because this is more of a technical in nature and basically related to economics also. So I had some future plans as well to study economics, and fortunately I got this position. So I am very happy about it, and maybe in future as time passes on, whenever I join the services, then I will decide the future course of action. यस मैम।
तो हमारी जो पूरी स्टडी IQ की टीम है अभिषेक, उसकी तरफ से आपको बहुत ढेर सारी शुभकामनाएं। और जो बच्चे आपको सुन रहे हैं, आई होप कि जो भी आपने टिप्स शेयर किए वो उनके भी बहुत काम आएंगी, उनके भी बहुत हेल्प करेंगी। तो थैंक यू सो मच ऑल ऑफ यू फॉर ज्वाइनिंग।